I'm sure we only have 4 groups, right? Okay, we only have 4 groups, all randomly picked. So I'm sure you have chosen your group leader. Can we, hold on, let me see, 3 times 4. We can only allow maybe about, hold on, about 2 minutes only, 2 minutes per group. All right, can we have a group 1?
Room 5. Adelina group, room 5.
Can we have 1 person to present, please? 2 minutes.
Bernice.
Our group. I don't know what our group number is. Okay, I'll share in a sec. So we had a very good discussion on what we learned from this workshop and ideas that we'll discuss. I'll just say together. One main thing is that we learned that we should do a health check with our club. Then afterwards, we can work on a strategic action plan to see how to move forward. This includes like doing a needs assessment of our members' needs. We can do it through a survey or talking to them, asking them why they join our club and what motivates them to attend, so that we know what ways they want to be engaged. Also creating a welcoming environment with DEI, engaging members through projects to enhance participation. We also learned that we should involve other members more frequently in decision-making, to explore what's the best way to communicate with our club members, how often to do it, and then how we are going to communicate with our club members. A few ideas were thrown around for this. There's emailing, there's social media, there's also face-to-face meetings, whether is it in small groups or during our regular meetings. So for example, a small groups could be just in groups of 5, where each group has like a so-called leader or mentor with the newer members, and then they can share in a more personable way. Some of us also shared about projects and the importance of reaching out to the public, the government, or NGOs for funding and volunteers, not just for the financial funding, but also to improve our public image, to get the name of Rotary out there. And then one super crucial one is that we cannot keep saying that, oh, we've always been doing this, so that we are just going to continue doing this. We need to have a mindset change and not be resistant to change. Just because we've never tried it before, we can start to transform from small ways. And then last 2 points is ideas is that we will review our club's ability to adapt to members or new technology, or to evaluate our certain internal processes, and to innovate and attract new and younger members. We also shouldn't just depend on the president to do all of this. We should have the whole board, and it should be all the members being involved in transforming together. We also look at expanding our reach. One of the ideas is to hold more family-friendly events to show Rotary's openness and allows more members of our community to participate. Yep, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bernice. Can we have next group?
Room 6, Joanne Kam group.
Yes, I will be represented. Okay. So the first question we are discussing about what I learned from this workshop. In fact, all the members say you have to keep vibrant what we are doing, and then from the 2 days what we learned from the 4 main areas, and then we have a more structured way of doing things. And then another one is we are discussing of the public image, how to empower our public image of Rotary to the public. And then one of members suggests that we have to more engage with the media, newspaper, and TV. And then some of the members say that we have to empower through our social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, everything. And then one of members, they have seven social medias that they are posting in their activities, and then they have a write up, post pre and post events, and actually it's a quite good sharing. And then next will be discussed on my club, the second session. Actually, the second session we didn't discuss much because they have to bring their own idea back to the club to discuss further. But eventually, one of members suggests that they have to involve more on the young people to bring up the social media platform. And then another member say that should display the Rotary logo or whatever thing in the car plate. This showcase our Rotary to the public. That's all for the sharing from our team.
Okay, thank you, Mandy. Next group.
Room 7, Catherine Liu.
Hi, hello everyone. This is our group sharing. Our group actually has learned a lot in these 2 days seminar. There's a lot of takeaway. And the first thing that we will do is to do a health check of our club. So this is to review our club strength and identify what are the areas to be improved and whether our clubs is in the direction. When PDG, Michael Yee talked about the 5 years plan, the 5 year action plan for the 2019 to 2024 is actually an evolving plan. So we are aware that at least we have to work on this plan. Now it has been an enriching experience on how to duplicate plans at club level. Our relationship with our community is very important, especially with leaders of our community, so that whatever project that we do in the future can be very smooth and successful. Now, we also talk about branding. Now, branding is very crucial to Rotaries for community to know, so that the community know who we are and what we do to increase the impact and attract more members. And also attract other NGO and sponsors and donors to our club, into our community. Our club board members, we also talk about our club board members to engage with general members in small social groups so that they can share the current Rotary strategies and objectives to more members within the group. We also look at projects at long-term basis, so to build our club and the Rotary branding rather than on ad hoc basis. And young members are also encouraged to always chat with their senior members as the senior members has more experience and knowledge to impart. And we also learn how to get members to engage, not only members and also the community to engage in our clubs and activities. And the last one is we feel our group feel that My Rotary is actually very structured and we can actually find a lot of information in My Rotary. And that's a sharing from our group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. Final group.
Is that group 8?
Off group? Yep, thanks.
Okay, first of all, everybody agreed that the workshop is a very good refresher course, and especially for the past presidents. And for the current office bearers, is a good update, whereby they learn more things, they understand more about the Rotary 4 strategic priorities. I think what was discussed and also shared by everyone, I think they have a lot of takeaways that they can bring to their clubs. And another thing that they said was the materials that was given for this workshop is very, very good, very structured, very customized. And I think most believe that these are due to the feedbacks from our Rotarians in our district. So, and that's very important. Like, I think it shows that the district officers are listening to members, because at the end, members are who the district based on. And the format of the workshop is very structured, so it's easily understood by everybody. Now, with the health check, everybody was very happy, because with this health check, then they can bring back to their clubs and look internally what they can improve and what they see, and reassess whether the projects or the community needs are there to begin with. Now, on the ideas discussed with club and involvement, most of us agree that communication engagement is very important, especially in engaging with the donors and the public. Improve Rotary image is also very important, and adaptability to change is what every club should look at going forward for the next few years. And brainstorming with members to come up with new ideas, especially to raise funds during this pandemic, is one that members attending this workshop should bring back to their club and brainstorm what ways, how else you can, what more can you do? That's it from our group.
Okay, thank you, Halim. All right. Okay, our session is ending soon, but I just want to give a few takeaways. Is number one, the pandemic has forced all clubs, all Rotarians, even at the very top level of Rotary International, to to adapt to the change. Because this the fact that we cannot meet in person, and now we meet virtually. And as you can see, we are even able to invite RI presidents, RI directors, and all that. In the past, you cannot do that because they will have to physically fly to your location. So right now, it's like so easy to invite, RI president and RI directors and all that to talk, and so that is a benefit, right? So many of us now, have to do our Zoom meetings, and of course, sometimes we can do hybrid and all that as situation improves. But I'm sure even when things get back to the new normal, although we can meet, but I think we will still be using Zoom quite a bit, right? So another thing is about the club health check. Please know that this club health check is not only for the workshop. This health check, you should constantly use it. Probably do a health check every half year. Maybe quarterly, maybe a bit too frequent, but maybe every half year do a health check for your club. So bring back this knowledge to your club, to your president, to your individual club boards. And of course, finally, due to the cyclical nature of club leadership, right? Because every year we change our club leaders wholesale, from president down all the way to your club board. Because of this, practically all club projects are ad hoc. Okay, ad hoc means temporary because it's only 1 year at the most, right? It's unlikely you will carry on another year unless it's your club signature project. So ad hoc doesn't mean disorganized. Ad hoc just means it is valid for that particular time period, maybe 1 year, and you still have to organize it very systematically with maybe with an maybe with two interim reports and a final report, right? So ad hoc means is formal, is not informal, and it means that you still organize it in a very systematic way. All right. Okay. Do we have time for questions, or if no time, then I hand it back to the.
Yeah, we can have time for questions. Go ahead. Go ahead, PDG Michael.
Okay. Are there any questions that anybody would like to ask? Okay. Anybody has any questions that you want to raise before we end the session? Looks like there are no questions. Okay. Because we are quite late in the day, maybe we are hungry for dinner. So, all right, good. I think we have all enjoyed the sessions, and I think this is a pretty standard, and we have already discussed a lot last week and this week in the breakout groups and reporting. I think we have all learned a lot. So now I shall hand back the session to PDG Andre.
Thank you. Thank you, PDG Michael, for helping to facilitate that closing plenary. And I'm glad that it has been conducted very well. Please don't forget to click that link in the Zoom chat box. Those are the links with regard to the evaluation form or your feedback form, which is very much appreciated, as PP Halim has actually mentioned from RC Luyang, that your feedback is a constant inspiration for us to constantly make changes for improvement by listening to suggestions and your voices, which are very, very important. All right, with that, I would like to invite Rotary Coordinator, Past District Governor Chu Gimbok, to deliver the closing speech. Go ahead, PDG.
Thank you, PDG on Suharto. Good evening, everyone. So it's almost dinner time, or it's already dinner time. So I'll just be brief. So I'm very happy that our district is conducting this vibrant workshop. As mentioned by the PDG on Suharto, this format is relatively new compared to in the past, where there would have been a separate foundation seminar, membership seminar, or public image seminar. So it's conducted in a silo manner. So to be fair, I mean, there have been some changes over the last few years, for example, combining membership and vocational seminar into one. So it was better received because it cut down the number of the district training event that one has to attend. So the format continues to evolve, and then in my opinion, the present workshop format is even better. So participants even had to do their homework before coming to this workshop. So this is both very efficient and effective. So from the many breakout sessions I've attended, I noticed that participants took part actively and then shared very openly. I think that is a marked improvement. Okay, so the last two workshops align us with the Rotary vision statement. So I'm sure participants had a better understanding of how to grow Rotary with a Rotary action plan. The three important elements of Rotary are membership, foundation, and brand, were well covered during the workshops. All of us know by now that membership is the lifeblood of Rotary, so without which there will be no Rotary. So to grow Rotary, we must make Rotary irresistible. Our club must be vibrant and welcoming to attract and retain members. We need to ask ourselves, what are our value propositions for people wanting to spend their time with us? Over the last 2 years, one common conversation is Rotary statement on diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I think a few of the participants in this workshop also brought up that it's very interesting to hear about this subject. So by virtue of my present position as the Rotary coordinator, I can't help but to say a few words on this subject, which is very important to what we have been discussing at our workshop. So growing and diversifying our membership is Rotary internal top priority, so that we reflect the communities we serve and include all cultures, experiences, and identity. We not only want to create a diverse Rotary population, but to include marginalized groups in everything we do and be welcoming. Recognizing that individuals from certain groups have historically experienced barrier to members, participation, and leadership, Rotary commits to advancing equity in all aspects of Rotary, including community partnership, so that each person has the necessary access to resources, opportunity, network, and support to thrive. So to ensure our organization values and relive to the principle of diversity, equity, and inclusion, in June this year, the board, the RI board, took guidance from the DEI's task force to strengthen Rotary 2019 DEI statement. The result is a new commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion statement adopted during the meeting. So DEI, news commitment statements, is no longer made up of just words, but a commitment. It is a pledge to carry it out. Paul Harris once said, Rotarians are much more favorably disposed towards actions than they are towards words. In today's context, Rotarians are people of actions. We must therefore take this commitment from words to actions. As what PDG Michael Yee said, no point having a plan. We need to implement the plan. So another update I want to share with you is that in the June board meeting was the adoption of the code of conduct relating to DEI. Rotary's DEI code of conduct supplements our commitment to DEI by providing examples of how positively interact with other members and participants in a way that we are inclusive and welcoming. The code reflects our core values as an organization and explain the responsibility comes with being a Rotarian and a Rotaractors. Like our core values, Rotary expect Rotarians and Rotaractors to exemplify this code of conduct as they interact with one another. The new code will be promoted and made available to all in September this year. So RI board also recommends that district appoints an optional DEI district committee. So basically, the code is built around for 4 main principles. Number 1, using respectful language. Number 2, being supportive of one another. Number 3, fostering a welcoming and inclusive environment. Number 4, celebrating diversity. Rotary has no place for harassment. Members won't join or stay if they are exposed to harassment. Rotary's policy on maintaining a harassment-free environment at meetings, events, and activities makes it clear that harassment will not be tolerated. It even stipulates that all Rotary leaders, including club presidents, shall be provided with annual training on Rotary international policies on the topic. In closing, I want to say that we need to cultivate a diverse, equitable, and inclusive culture in our membership, where people from the underrepresented groups have greater opportunity to participate as members and leaders. Thank you. Thank you for participating in these workshops. Please continue to visit the Rotary Learning Center, because just now, I think over the breakout sessions and also the plenary session, many Rotarians or participants mentioned about the club assessment. That itself, the document is also available in the Rotary Learning Center. So please visit the Rotary Learning Center to learn more on membership, especially on how to create a vibrant clubs. There are wealth of information in Rotary and non-Rotary. Finally, I'd like to thank the District Membership Committee Chair, P.P. Phu Kok Heng, and his team for organizing these workshops over the last 2 weeks. Last but not least, I would like to wish our Governor, Dolly Yip, a swift recovery from her vaccination. Please recover and come and be active in our district. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotary Coordinator, past District Governor Chu Gim Bok, for delivering the closing speech. And with that, this session would not have been possible without the participation of many behind the scenes. As those of you are aware, we have quite a number of facilitators. To be exact, there were 3 of them. Past President Dr. Shahul from the Rotary Club of Singapore, Past President Phu Kok Heng from the Rotary Club of Batu Pahat, and Past President Jimmy Leong from the Rotary Club of Puteri Lagoon in Johor Bahru, and as well as the advisor of the membership committee, past District Governor Dato' Haji Zaini Abdullah Kasa, and PDG Michael Yee for delivering and conducting and facilitating the closing plenary today, as well as PDG Chu Gim Bok for delivering the closing speech. And you know what? We have 7 Zoom tech support with us. We have past President Kenneth, past President Jai Cheng Wee, past President Rotarian Adelina, Preston, the Rotaractor. So we have 1 Rotaractor, Preston. We have William Shim, we have Lim Hsien Yang, and we have William Wong as well. So I want to thank the Zoom tech support who have been playing a fantastic role, especially in helping us with that technical incident that we encountered last week. So I'm glad this time today, this session went smoothly, and I hope that this has given you a good summary of the things that you learned. And you know what? Watch out for the 18th of September. Now that everybody is already aware about the 4 strategic priorities and on the 18th of September, we will have a speaker by the name of past District Governor Natalia, who had been a member of the Rotary International Strategic Planning Committee for 5 years, of which she was the chair of that committee in 2020 until 2021. And so she will be actually sharing with us the thought processes. How did they come up with this vision statement? How did they come up with the 4 strategic priorities? And what has been the impact to Rotarians on the ground? So this will be shared by past District Governor Natalia on the 18th of September at 8 p.m. I've just typed in the details in the Zoom chat box. So take note of that, and I will give you the link later nearer the time. So with that, I want to thank everybody. Don't forget to take that worksheet on action plan and see what you can recommend to your club leadership for possible implementation. With that, I thank you so much. Thank everybody and have a good evening. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Andre, good night.
Good
Thank
night.
Thank you.
Good night. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you
night,
very
everybody.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Good
Have a
night.
good dinner, everyone.
Hi, Agnes.
Thank you
Bye,
for your
everyone. Thank
participation.
you.
Hi, Agnes.
Yeah.
Forgot to take group photo.
Oh, yeah. But I've taken a few already.
Thank you.
Roger.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Roger.
And the rest of the
Bye,
facilitators and the Zoom
PDG.
tech support.
Bye, PDG, Michael
See
Yi,
you.
Dato Jaini.
Thank you.
Bye.